All right, man, but what do you think about Wack 100 exposing Benzino?
This is the thing, right? Wack is a fair weather friend, right? Benzino and him was cool. I don't like that. I don't like what he did to Benzino. I feel that if I'm cool with somebody, right, and I go in the room and they went in this guy's room on Clubhouse named Ion. He went in the room, he defended Benzino, and then Benzino gets clipped off the app and he double backs and diss him. I'm like, that's some snake shit. Like, this dude was cool with you. You and Benzino chop it up all the time. And you be telling people, like he told Jordan Lucas, yo, why you ain't don't working with Benzino. Like, and then you throw Benzino like to the wolves. I'm like, nah, man, that's not cool. In my opinion, I feel like Benzino's a solid dude, Panda. He's a cool dude. Like when I did the
All
interview,
right,
he
wait,
didn't
okay,
ask
all
me.
right, wait. Now, look, I've rooted for Benzino over the years, even being an Eminem fan, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he was misunderstood. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like what the problem was is just that he can't control his anger, and he a lot of times says the
Yeah.
worst possible shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it just like he ruins it for himself, bro. Like he just ruins it for himself. You know what I'm saying? But I always kind of like rooted for him. Like, come on, Benzino, like you contributed to hip hop. You can't take that away. You contributed what you contributed to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away from him, even though the fans want to take that away from him because they mad at him for beefing with Eminem.
I think Benzino. I think the thing is, like you said, Benzino is misunderstood, bro. He's misunderstood to the point that what people don't understand is that the guy was a part of something legendary, like the Source magazine. Um, he's a legend. He's quiet as kept. He's a People don't give him his credit on being a great producer because he did the intro for Stillmatic and nobody gives him his flowers on that.
Right.
Um,
He loved hip hop. He
he
really
loved hip
does live
hop.
hip hop.
He
You could
loved hip
tell,
hop.
right?
He loved
But
hip hop.
all right, I know you said that he's a solid brother. Okay, what
Yes.
do you think about the snitching thing?
I think people. I think this is the thing, right? I think people just want to. This is what I hate about this whole thing, right? Everybody wants the snitching thing. I hate the whole snitching thing because I think the situation that happened to him is a sad situation. You know, he got shot at his mother's funeral
By his
um,
own nephew.
by his own nephew, right? That's fucked up. That's fucked up to get shot at your mother's funeral by your mother's grandson, your nephew. Like that right there is just violation, and it's sad, right? Um, I heard the audio, I heard all that. I don't really, in my opinion, I can't really judge him. You know, I can't really judge him. I
But
can't really.
technically he did snitch, right? Technically he did snitch in the audio and in the court documents that, you know, he sent to Zip with the drip and said that he didn't. Let's just call it for what it is. He did, okay? But does it matter at his age now? Like he not really in the
I
streets
mean, it
anymore,
don't.
right?
I mean. This man is in his 50s, right? And he's not in the streets. He's not selling drugs. He's not a part of no gang. He's not doing nothing. He's a legitimate businessman. He made millions and millions and millions in the music industry. I don't know why people had this mentality that people in the industry gotta hold the same. And I think this may be because it's hip hop that they had this mindset that everybody in hip hop gotta hold to regards to the street code. But when you making millions, what is the street code? What is the streets, bro?
I know, but bro, the problem is the way that
Yeah,
Benzino carries himself, bro. Like if he had just
yeah. I
admitted,
know.
like, yeah, you know what, I'm not a part of that anymore. I don't subscribe to that.
Mhm.
It would be a different story. But because he's
Yeah,
denying that he did, because of feeling like he still has to stay within that same code, that's the problem, though.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like that's the thing with me, right? I feel that a lot of people shouldn't be judged, right? Just like Hassan, he made a comment about on your platform about K Slate, right? I feel that's fucked up. you know, we don't know if that's true about K Slade. We're not gonna run with a narrative that somebody that may have a grudge or have a hate for K Slade to just run with that narrative. I feel that K Slade is deceased. They already cleared that up. That don't need to be brought out there to say, oh, that man's a snitch. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, you got people, family out here, people hurt and people upset. I think those type of things when people look at it, we can't hold people want to hold people to street code regards and jailhouse rules when we on the civil we in the civil world, Panda. We in the
Well,
civil world.
let's keep it a buck, right? In
Mm,
this industry, they love to sell the streets, right? As far as the rap game goes. But
mm,
once you start bringing that real street element into the industry,
yeah,
they blackball you. They don't want that in here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They start to really get you out of here. So I do think that there's a weird standard that exists where it's like, oh no, you gotta keep maintain the code, but then at the same time, we gonna shun you if you try to bring that element into the industry,
But is
right?
I know that, but we gotta look at it, right. We in a whole different like time now, right? Like the streets was kind of different back then when people that whole like, yeah, you know, kill all rats and stop snitching and all that. That was the era where, you know, that was what it was. You know, Cameron going on 60 Minutes saying, yo, if he lived next door to a serial killer that he would just move. Like that when you understand that you're in a business, right? This is what I always say with these people. They don't hold that same code to these record execs because if you smack the shit out of a Jimmy Iovine or Tommy Mottola or any of these guys, they go into the feds. They go into the police on you. You smack the
Yeah,
shit
but
out
they
of a
don't
Leo.
subscribe to that code though, bro.
Yeah,
They're not from the streets.
but no, they don't subscribe to it. But you gotta look at it like this though. They fund it though. They
Yeah,
put the money
absolutely. But that's what I
behind
was
it.
telling you though. I was telling you that
Yeah,
they like to sell part
yeah,
of that element, right? But once you start to bring that real element to it, they
yeah.
don't want it. They don't want it.
They don't want it, and that's
But I think that Benzino should have did what Troy Ave did and said, you know what, the streets is a myth or whatever, and like been like, you know what, I don't subscribe to that anymore.
yeah.
He should have been honest about it.
I
But
mean,
he's still trying to maintain his innocence about snitching. So that's the problem, bro.
yeah. I mean, you know, I think a lot of times, Panda, you know, a lot of times, man, a lot of these guys, like Zip and all these guys, man, they want to hold on to that. And I think that what are we holding on to? You know, like everybody's doing it now, Panda. Like 6ix9ine is like, come on, you think six
It
nine would
don't
have
make
still
it
been right?
right though. It
It
don't
don't
make
make
it
it right.
right.
It don't make it right. But look at 6ix9ine on Panda, right? 6ix9ine is a perfect example of you could call him a rat all you want, right? But look at Kodak Black. Kodak Black said we doing business. We're not. I don't care about that. You know, NBA YoungBoy, I heard got a whole record with him. These guys don't. These younger generation of people, they don't care about the snitching code.